What's up, everybody? Ghost Gamer here, and today we're going to be reviewing World of Tanks. Now, as most of you who watch this channel or have watched videos in the past may know, I am typically not a multiplayer person. This is one of the exceptions. When it comes to like Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that other junk, I do not like playing multiplayer. I am more of a first-person campaign person. World of Tanks, however, is one of those games that I can tolerate the whole multiplayer bit. I can basically ignore everybody and just suck all day long because, quite frankly, as much as I love this game, I also suck at it, and it's probably because I don't play it enough, but hey, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't care. Now, for those of you who haven't come across this yet for some reason, I want to say it's PC only. I don't think they have it for anything else other than PC. A couple of the things that I don't like about it, I'll get that out of the way first and foremost. One, it has no controller support that I know of as of yet. It is all keyboard and mouse, which kind of sucks for me because I really want to use my Xbox One controller with it, but I can't. I'm stuck with keyboard, mouse, what have you, whatever. Two, I'm not a big fan of the whole ranking system, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of shy away from multiplayer games, especially online multiplayer games, because it is a pain in the ass to try and rank up. You get there, but it's very, very slow, and yes, I understand it is a free game, and because it's free, they're going to offer, in-game sales, points and things like that. And that's how they're making their money to progress and go on. Keep up with the updates and so on and so forth, what have you. I don't like when, Joe Blow down the, in California who's playing online has basically leveled up by purchasing everything. Whereas, people like me who don't want to pay into it, like all the time. I understand, forking out some money here or there, to do certain things, but doing it all the time is not really something I'm into. So, obviously, he's going to rank up a hell of a lot quicker than I am. I'm going to be kind of screwed, at least in the sense of I got to work a hell of a lot harder than he theoretically does in order to get towards the same level. I'm also not, I am a big fan that they go through an update, but at the same time, it kind of sucks when it comes to updates because it's one of those games that you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to play for like an hour before work. Sometimes that can happen, sometimes it doesn't, because there are instances where if you don't play for a little while, or if, they release an update, next thing you know, you got to download the update and it's, 1.8 gigabytes or what have you. And you got to download the update before you can even play, and then you're sitting there, and depending on your ISP, you might be sitting there for like maybe 10-15 minutes all the way up to an hour. Yeah. Also, with that being said, I am going to say that you need a decent ISP, or at least a decent package with an ISP in order to play, because this is a multiplayer game. Then again, if you're looking at multiplayer games, you're already going to have a decent ISP or package with that ISP, because you're going to be racking up bandwidth like no other. But with that being said, I for what it is, the concept is great. I enjoy the graphics. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy, the mechanics of it. I mean, there's not very many complaints that I have with the graphics or the sound or the actual mechanics or anything like that. My chief complaints, are what I already said. Now, even though I really suck at this game and I haven't played it as much as I probably should have, and when I say that, I think I only have maybe about 1,000 or 1,500 different, games played throughout it. I will leave you with this little bit of information. I'm going to end it from there. The game is real fun at the beginning when you're playing at lower level tiered tanks, but the higher you go up, the more it kind of sucks. if that makes any sense. It's not one of those deals where, you know, you could just sit down and have a great game because next thing you know, you're getting the crap blown out of you by, you know, tanks that are higher up on the tier level than you are. And the only way to kind of combat that is to pay into it and play more on top of that. So it's kind of, you know, like I said, it's extremely fun at the beginning, and as you progress, as you go along in time and get higher levels, it becomes a little bit more and more of the suckage. If I were to rate it, it's kind of a bittersweet rating. I'm going to just say right down the middle, I'm going to give it a 5 because it has the great possibilities, it has great gameplay, but the downside is, you know, you got this whole, well, it's free to play until you get to a certain extent where you can't level up, you know, yourself without sacrificing the credit card. And you can say what you will about it, but in time, that's what it really comes down to. That's all for me. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them in the box below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'm Ghost Gamer, and I'm out of here.